is everybody today? Today we're going to see how many people we can annoy. Okay, let me rephrase that. I'm not going to try to annoy anybody today, I promise. But today I wanted to talk about anime and gaming. Because being a Fox girl, you tend to love anime because they tend to promote a lot of kitsunes. Sometimes incorrectly, most of the times not. And gaming because gaming is fun. So, welcome all to that hot spring episode because every good anime has to have a hot springs episode. So, before we get started, how is everybody today? I see we have a bit more people in chat today. Yes, the hot springs episode. You know, at the top of my head, I could already think there's a couple of really good animes, both older animes and newer animes that do have a hot spring episode. And I'm starting to realize that yes, in Japan, we do love hot springs. And in the yokai realm, we also love hot springs, counting that my inn is the biggest hot springs inn in all of the cities, all 5 cities. And probably because there's the least amount of fighting in it. So, let's get started. I've got a list. And before we get started, I just want to throw out there real quick that we might have a couple difficult, oh my god, I can't talk today, technical difficulties. Um, we had some the last episode in the middle of playing Ori. It crashed. My internet did. Probably because of the fact that I am streaming from the yokai realm and our internet sometimes falters. So, I did a bit of research today because I was curious of what new upcoming animes are, of what's coming out winter 2023, so the end of this year, the start of next year, and as well as some animes that haven't been announced yet. And some I'm honestly surprised are actually going to happen, and some I'm not. And some I'm just kind of staring at going, why? Why is this a thing? Why do we need another isekai? There's only 50 million different isekais out there. Some of them are my personal favorite. And I'm trying to think. You have now what was just announced just a couple days ago was the season 3 of Reincarnated as a Slime Monster. A personal favorite of mine. The characters are hilarious. The whole thing's pretty funny. But with a deep plot, deeper than it probably should have, counting that it deals with a slime monster. Hot characters, both male and female, and a hot springs episode, because there always has to be one. And I'm not sure if I would say it's a good one. But season 3 got announced, and then the movie got announced, which will be coming out this month. I think it actually already came out, but only in Japan, unfortunately. Sad. And in the US, it will be coming out February? Do not quote me. Do not quote me on that. One that is coming out next month, I'm super excited about. If you have not seen it, if you haven't seen it yet, my brain just shut off. Oh my god. Why did my brain just shut off? I just saw a trailer for it today. Looked super cute. If you like rom-com romances, 100% check out The Ice Guy and His Cool Female Colleague, which comes out in January. It deals with a guy who is a descendant of a Yuki-onna, and every time he gets flustered, upset, or anything like that, he causes it to snow and ice. While the girl is known as the quote unquote Ice Queen. So you have a guy who literally makes ice and a woman who is icy. The trailer's super, super cute. I wonder, can I pull up YouTube videos on stream without getting in trouble? Let's not risk it. But definitely look that up. The Ice Guy and His Cool Female Colleague, which comes out in January. So, what's coming out next month in February, this one kind of surprised me, but once more, understand there are going to be some animes I'm going to talk about here that I know nothing about. Not because I'm trying to make content, it's not that. It's more the fact of I know it's popular and people are super excited about it. And I'm actually curious why? Why is this so popular? Is it because of the shock value? I mean, you can only have so many animes with so many shock value and it get kind of dull after a while. But I'm curious. So, what's coming out this I just lost my pen. Oh my god. What's coming out next month is JoJo's Stone Ocean, which apparently isn't even about JoJo at all, but some chick, and it's her final arc. I am not a fan of JoJo, but admittedly, and don't hate me for this, I've never seen it. And it's not from a lack of, oh, I don't have time. It's the art. The art bothers me. It bothers me on such a level that drives me up a tree. Like, just, it's so rough. I'm not expecting UFO table art. You know, not every anime out there is going to have that level of production. I'm not expecting to see a fight scene that's like Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works Archer versus Lancer. I'm not expecting that. But I'm also not expecting American comic book art. And that's what you get with JoJo. In my personal opinion. I need to just pressure that in my personal opinion. But yes, that is coming out this month on Netflix. Netflix, please stop getting anime. You're ruining the anime scene. I'm not saying that JoJo is you're ruining that, but there are other animes out there that you are ruining. Netflix, please stop. So, out of my entire list, that is the only thing I have out in February. Or not February, December. But June has got some real bangers coming out. Bangers. I don't know. Well, what do you know, Amaranth? You're not part. Oh, you are. It might. It might reflect, people with taste. So in January, I'm super excited. Near Automata. Is that how you say it? Yes, Netflix ruins everything they touch. They are not just mine and mine alone. There are many people who agree with me on this, just not in chat, apparently. Once more, people with no taste. Yes, please don't sue us. I read a Hot Springs Inn. A lot of money goes into a Hot Springs Inn. A lot of money. Please don't sue us. I don't have any money. Oh, but yes, Amy, you are correct. The problem with Netflix is that it's either really really good or really really bad. If you take for example the whole Avatar thing, they were supposed to make a live action Avatar series. And the creators of Avatar was working with them on it, but they pulled away last second and said, no, because Netflix, like every time they said that, no, we need to do it this way, Netflix was like, nah, we're gonna do it our way. Kind of like The Witcher, and how The Witcher is just going to destroy itself. I have no problems with the new actor. It's just that he's not Geralt. Do not get me started on this. Nobody get me started on this Witcher thing. I am still very angry about it. January animes. We are getting back on topic. So, Near Automata. Is it Automata or Automata? I don't English well. It's one of those things. The anime is coming out. I am so excited. In June, at the starting of June, I will actually be streaming the Nier series, not Replicant, because, and when we get into the gaming part of this Hot Springs episode, I will explain my issues with Replicant. So many issues. It's a good game. Play that game. So many issues. But that's coming out in January. Super, super excited. It comes out early January, like at the beginning of the year. And then also, super excited, especially after the slight cliffhanger of season 3, Bungo Stray Dogs. Oh my god! Oh my god! Kunikita, you own my heart. Dazai, I will not commit suicide with you, but my god, I will watch you from afar. And I just. That anime has so much potential. The art is phenomenal. Once more, you don't have to be UFO table. You can just have good art and good storylines. Lots of storylines. And more than just girls with big boobs. Though girls with big boobs is okay to have sometimes. Sometimes it's funny just to watch them boing. And they do have a character whose boobs do go boing. A lot. I think she's a villain. I need to rewatch that anime. With it coming out in January, I need to rewatch that anime. But yes, super excited. That comes out soon. And what also comes out in January, and I'm losing my pen again because I'm fiddling with it. I don't know how I feel about this. I watched all of it when it came out back on Toonami when I snuck a cable from some guy's house, I'm not going to talk about that, into my manager's office. Okay, it was my manager's cable. Okay, he's got a apartment in the human world. I stole it. I stole his cable. But back when Toonami was a big thing, and when Trigun was the big anime at the time, fantastic anime. The cosplaying community off of that anime was even better. To see, was it Wolfwood? Chat, help me. Was the priest Wolfwood? The dude who had the giant cross thingy. It was Wolf something. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was Wolfwood. Ha! I'm not the only one who can't spell. You would have cosplayers in Wolfwood cosplays with a giant crossgun thingy. And that's not easy to make. I used to cosplay. It was fun. I'm a kitsune. We love to cosplay all the time. It's called Illusions, and they look fantastic. But you would see people in Vash the Stampede cosplays and Wolfwood cosplays all over the place, and they were phenomenal. So the fact that they are redoing Trigun, called Trigun Stampede, I have concerns. Shapeshifting is a cosplay. It's totally a cosplay because I say it is. You're not a fox. So there. Meh. Trigun. God, you keep getting. Meh. Trigun was phenomenal, and remakes don't work. They really don't work. Not with that amount of. What's the word I'm looking for? That amount of time in between the two. There's just so much time from when Trigun came out to when this came out. Now, I could be wrong. This could not be a remake. This is just a continuation, like how Full Metal Alchemist had Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which the first 10 episodes of Brotherhood was bad because it was just a rehash of the first half of Full Metal Alchemist. And it's like, if you're remaking Trigun, what is there to remake? Are you just upgrading the graphics? I mean, at least you're not making a live action series like Netflix did with Cowboy Bebop. One more thing that Netflix ruined. Do not get me started on Yu Yu Hakusho. And now you got me started on Yu Yu Hakusho. They need to stop that live action remake. Oh my god, don't do it. Do not do it. Do not touch my beloved Yu Yu Hakusho. Don't do it. And it's already looking bad. I've seen clips. I've seen screenshots. No. You just don't stop. Stop, for the love of God, stop. And I feel like a lot of the anime stuff right now is just a rehash of the same stuff. Think about, like, the 50 million isekais that are out with a super long name. I mean, I'm pretty sure there is a isekai about being reincarnated into a vending machine. Are you looking at the bottom of the barrel, or are you just scraping it? There are so much more things out there you can make that doesn't have to be an isekai. I'm aware isekais are popular. It started with .hack, it moved on with SAO, and SAO doesn't know how to die currently. It doesn't, I'm sorry. I think that the movie that's coming out soon looks really, really cool, and it comes out in February with updated graphics, but it's like, I've seen SAO, I've seen Gun Gale. I stopped after Gun Gale because I had an issue with Gun Gale. Especially over the fact that, like, you can't turn SAO into a harem. You can't. He's supposed to be. Spoilers. Spoilers. Somebody put up the spoiler thing. I need a spoiler thing. I do not have a spoiler. Oh my god, I meant to do that today. Make a spoiler banner. Spoilers! I am making a spoiler right now. SAO was not originally a harem. I mean, yes, there are a ton of girls that do like Kirito, but the fact that him and Asuna had I wouldn't say had, but they created a child out of Yui and were massively in love with each other. And then the creator was like, hey, look, a cash cow. Let's see how much more milk we can get out of these. And then Gun Gale was like, or no, not even Gun Gale. It was the second half of season 1 with Elfenheim? Elfenheim. You can turn anything into harem, and not everything needs to be a harem. It doesn't always need to be a harem. If you want a harem, watch In Another World with My Smartphone. That is actually a decent harem show. Or, oh my god, Date Alive. Date Alive is such a good, terrible show. It's so terrible, it's good. And it's a harem, and they straight... It's one of those why choose harem animes. It really is one of those why choose. He's dating all of them. I think by this point he's up to 15. I don't think it's 15. I think it's like 10. One of my pipe foxes is attacking my monitor and needs to stop. And she's going to segue right into my next rant. I would like to I would show you my current pipe fox I'm holding, whose name is Yor. Spy Family. Oh my god, Spy Family. Oh my god, Spy Family. I know you like to rile me up. I know you like to... It's... Okay. I'm going to say this as a woman. There are 50 million there's 50 million harem shows out there. You have Date Alive, which has one of the best, what's the word I'm thinking of? Phrase, words, oh god, I can't think. Oh lordy Jesus, what was it I was going to say? Line. A fox woman? What? The best line in all anime history, in my personal opinion, was, why do they do that? It just does. That's just... When an anime knows it's bad, and it parodies itself by saying, I don't know. Okay. Amy Johnson 895. This is on you. This is on you. You opened this door. You opened this door way wide. I don't think you even opened it. I think you just kicked it open right now. We're getting off anime for a second because I'm going to rant about this. I know it's not an anime, but she kicked this door open. This is on her. This is on her. Season 1 of The Witcher was phenomenal. It was great. I freaking loved it. No, you started this. You started this. You started this. This is on you. You riled me up. You got me on this now. And I'm going to make sure I can say his freaking name right. I am every fangirl, both yokai, human, supernatural, anything that is a woman, thirst after Geralt. And Henry Cavill did a phenomenal job as Geralt of Rivia, and the fact that he is not going to be on season 4 because of the fact that Netflix is a butt. Netflix sucks. They refuse to listen. he is a huge fan of The Witcher. It is a very well known fact that Henry is a huge anime, or no, he's a big gaming fanatic. I don't know if he likes anime, but he's a huge gaming fanatic. And he craved this role. He wanted this role. And he got this role. He played all the games. He read all of the books. He knew how to be this character. And he pulled it off. He starved himself. He dehydrated himself. That really, really thirsty scene where he is in that hot tub, it's a hot springs, but it's a hot tub. But the fact that he was in that hot tub and you could see all his muscles in fine detail, he later released the fact that he almost passed out from how dehydrated he was, because to get those kind of muscles shaped out like that, you need to dehydrate yourself. Tsuki does not promote you dehydrating yourself. Do not do it. That is very bad for you. He hurt himself doing his own stunts. He went above and beyond doing that role. And in season 2, spoilers, big spoilers, big spoilers. In season 2, when Roach died, he told the directors he did not like that scene, he did not like that direction, and he wanted, if they were going to do that, then he was going to do it his way. And he did it his way, and it made that horrible, bad scene great. I cried. I'm not going to lie. I cried. And for the fact that he said that he's not going to be in season 4, that Thor's younger brother is now going to be Geralt, I have an issue with this. Liam Hemsworth, I'm sure, is a good actor. I don't know what he's been in. I don't know actors on the best of days unless if they're playing something that I think is really, really good. But he's not Geralt. He will never be Geralt. And I feel my heart goes out to this poor guy because he's going into a role that he will not be able to fulfill. A lot, like, already there's people who are saying they're not going to watch season 4 because Henry's not in it. And I don't blame them. I'm not going to watch it. I'm just not. I'm sorry. I'm not. Who did he play in the Hunger Games? I don't even know who he played in the Hunger Games. I watched 2 of the Hunger Games movies. He's not. He's not Henry at all. He can't be Henry. He can't. It's like if you took Iron Man and gave it to someone else. Only Robert Downey Jr. can play Iron Man. It's just, that is the role Henry was born to play. It was. And Liam, and excuse me if I'm saying it wrong, it's either Liam or Liam, I don't know. Gale. Was that District 1? Was that he, the guy from District 1? But no. It's just, it's going to fail. It is going to fail. And once more, Netflix, and it's, he hasn't straight up said this is why, but it has been very much talked about that Henry has had arguments with Netflix over how they do The Witcher. Netflix has straight up said, like the directors of The Witcher has straight up said, they don't like it. They don't like the series, or not the series, but the books or the games. They just don't. Thank you. They don't like it, and so they didn't listen. Oh! Okay, it's been a long time since I read The Hunger Games. It's been a longer time since I saw the movies. I saw the movies when they were coming out, and I never saw the last one, which was very upsetting, actually. But yeah, it was just... it's gonna fail. It is. It's just like... because Netflix won't listen to anybody, they refuse to look at source material, and it will fail. It's like how Avatar: The Last Airbender basically was going to fail because, I mean, at that point, if you're not going to listen to the creators, might as well go to M. Night Shyamalan and say, hey, you did an Avatar movie. Why don't you come on board and help us make this live action show? That's what they're doing to The Witcher. They're M. Night Shyamaning it. You cannot switch actors halfway through an amazing series. That is my rant. That is my rave. This is Amy's fault, not mine. I refuse to take responsibility for this. This is not my fault. I read the books. I did read the books. It's been a very long time since I read the books, but I did read them. And I loved books 1 and 2 and hated book 3 because I felt like book 3 needed to be 2 books, not 1, because book 3 was so smashed together. It was like if you took Harry Potter book 7 and decided instead of a 700-page book, we're going to turn it into a 200-page book. That's kind of what it felt like. I can't rant and rave about Hunger Games because it's just been too long since I've seen it. So, we should probably get back on topic. Please don't. Don't. Come back. Come back. I need to not lose. Don't lose. I need viewers. Please don't leave. So let's see here. I talked about Ice Guy. I talked about Trigun. I talked about Bungo. I talked about Nier. What else is coming out in February? Or January? Not a dang thing that I think is worth talking about. I'm just kind of mentioning this only because I was talking about animes that are coming out. The one of the very few shows that... I apologize. One of my other pipe foxes, Miss Origami Pushin Tabi Ichai, is trying to get into one of my liquor cabinets. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, no, that scares you. I'm going to throw my pen at you. Anyways. I'm going to butcher this name. Because if you think I can't speak English good, I can't speak my own native language good. Also, I think it's because they made up this word. Agretsuka. The cute little red fox thingy on Netflix. That one's having a season 5. I'm not sure if I agree with it, though. Just because I have seen seasons 1 through 4, it's okay. It's not great. It's not bad. It's fun to watch. It has all the points of why you shouldn't work for a giant corporation. But it's not bad. It's cute. It's cute, and I think that season 4 ended on a pretty cute note. That's about it, though. You know, there's not really much to talk about on it. It's kind of just about a red fox who screams heavy metal to make herself feel better because murder is illegal. And she works for a big corporation that talks down to her a lot because her boss is kind of a sexist pig. Literally, he's a pig. So it's just kind of like, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's better than, like... Nope. Nope, I'll get into that in a minute. Because that's another rant and rave. Spring. This one's shocking. In Another World with My Smartphone Season 2 is coming out in spring. That's a harem. That is a harem. That is a guy who got killed by God on accident. Because apparently God can make mistakes. And God said to him, well, I screwed up. Let's isekai you. We can't send you back to your world, so I'm going to isekai you into another world. What do you want? You can bring one thing with you. And the guy goes, I want my smartphone. And apparently his smartphone can cast spells and do all this stuff, and he runs into a bunch of hot babes who help him on his journey of, I don't know, taking over the world. It's been, it's, the reason why I say I'm surprised that it came out is I think it came out very hot. Yes, they are very hot girls. Lots of boingage. I bounce, but my rendering doesn't let me boing. Lots of boingage. Lots. But Amaranth, you totally made me lose my train of thought. Oh my god. Fox girls can't think of stuff today. It's Monday. How's everybody's Monday? It's Monday. Thanksgiving is just around the corner. It was only a rude. Rude. My train of thought is not a caboose. Rude. I just learned how to pronounce isekai. I didn't know what I was thinking. I'm very curious to know what you thought it was. Watch it turn out I've been saying it wrong this entire time. Oh my god. That would be so bad. That almost makes me want to go into my harem rant that I started. Oh, that's true. That's true. I can't boink for free. OnlyFans content. That sounded wrong. It doesn't matter how I was going to say that. That is going to be. That's just. Nope. 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 I'm changing that subject real quick. I was going to rant about harems. Why did I stop my rant about harems? Somebody said something. It was you, Amy. You talked about The Witcher. Shame. So yeah, that comes out in spring. The SAO movie is coming out in February. It's going to be pretty. It's going to be gorgeous. I cannot wait to see it. Oh, February! SAO harems just, they don't make sense! They do not make sense! He was supposed to... Okay, you are all poking the fox. You all are poking the fox. Do not poke the fox. That's how you get in trouble. Don't cry. I love you. Okay. Should I or should I not rant about harems? Because I can rant about harems. If you both have to conclude that yes, I can rant about harems. Whoever in chat doesn't just have to be. It doesn't just have to be Amy or Amaranth, but anybody in chat to or to not rant about harems. I'll give you both a minute to... I'll give you guys a moment to figure out if you want to rant about... if you want me to rant about harems or not. This is on you. This is on you guys. This is 100% on you. explain further. I promise. Ish. I promise to not fully blame you for anything and everything. But mostly to blame you. Alright. Since Amy refuses to participate, Amaranth is still on the fence. We're gonna move on to a not harem anime. Kaguya-sama Love is War, the First Kiss Never Ends movie. That is not a harem. That is not, you shut your mouth. That is not a harem. Kaguya-sama is not a harem. It focuses on boy versus girl versus crazy psycho chick versus weird dude who kinda is a NEET but kinda is not a NEET, and weird student council woman. Girl thingy. They're not part of his harem. Pinky doesn't like him that way. She straight up said so. She doesn't like the work that has to go. Who is I? It is not a harem. There are multiple men in that show. I am not in denial, Amaranth. You shut your mouth. It is not a harem. It's not. Because only one woman likes him. A harem has to consist of one guy and a bunch of girls that like him. For example, God, I'm getting right back into it. SAO, you have Kirito, who is a Mary Sue. She is not in denial. She straight up said she doesn't like him that way. She's got somebody else she's gonna crush on, some other guy who can stand her psychopathicness, because Pinky is a psychopath. I don't even remember her name. I've only ever known her as Pinky. But she is a psychopath. She doesn't like him. Miko's not in love with him either. Miko's in love with the other weird NEET dude. So no, it is not a harem anime, and the movie, which leads off from the last season, which was season 3, and those who have not seen that yet, seen the end of season 3 yet, I will not spoiler it. My fox cat is attacking my... Ow! I just got scratched. Ow. That hurt. My fox just scratched me. I need a band-aid. But I'll deal with it. Ow. She does not hate that she likes him. She straight up told him that he's too much work. I think there actually is a next season of Rascal Dreams of... it's not FoxGirl Senpai, it's something else. Oh my god. I have not seen Rascal. That is something that looks really, really good. Before I go into Rascal, Kaguya-sama will be released in December in Japan and February in the US. Rascal Dreams of Something Senpai. I don't remember what the other part is. I don't... Rascal Dreams of Bunny Senpai. That's it. Does not dream a bunny senpai. I don't know if it's harem. Admittedly, I don't. I'm gonna be shamed. I'm gonna be shamed for this. I know I'm gonna be shamed for this. I watch sub, not dub, or I watch dub, not sub. And it's not because I don't recognize the sub and the hard work of the original Japanese voice acting. It's because I'm managing an inn here, people. I am managing an inn. I don't if I have it in Japanese in the background, I'm not going to know what's going on. If I have it in English in the background, I only know partially what's going on because I'm just hearing voices, not in my head, but on the TV. And Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai never came out dubbed, just subbed. That's actually the reason why I haven't watched One Punch Man Season 2, is because nowhere I can find it has it dubbed, just subbed. So if it's a harem, I don't know if it's a harem, but I feel like Amaranth is riling me up for me to rant and rave about harems and how I'm sick and tired of freaking harems because there's harem anime all over the place. But is there a reverse harem anime? No, there's not a reverse harem anime. There's not one with one girl and 15 guys like there is in freaking Date Alive, where the guy is surrounded by women who all love him. Doesn't matter if he's making out with one over there, the others are just gonna wait their turn so they can make out with him too. Why? Because apparently his kisses will seal away their power. That is the summary of Date Alive. But is there an anime like that? No, not for girls, so it's all for guys. We girls have needs too. I rest my case. Oh, wait, no. Well, I mean, it came out in like 1990s of Fuyushiki Yugi, which she did make more manga of it, but there's only one anime of it, where it is a reverse harem. And there are a couple, like Kiss Him Not Me, but it's like not borderline yaoi, but the main character wants it to be borderline yaoi. But like, there's barely any reverse anime or reverse harem animes. There's just 50 million harem animes. The quintuplets series that people. Yes, we have needs! And my needs is to be one fox girl with a harem of men. Is that too much to ask? I did not just say that live. Oops. Well, it's out there now. It's out there now. I am a fox girl. I have needs. And all women have needs. There, I said it. I'm gonna stop saying it now. Lordy Jesus. Yes, I did say that. This is why you don't get me on rants and raves. I'm gonna move on now. Apparently, there's going to be a new Seven Deadly Sins, Grudge of Edinburgh, that comes out next month on Netflix. Watch it or don't watch it. Netflix screwed that anime up too after season 2 when they decided to censor. Because apparently, an anime shouldn't have blood and guts everywhere, but we're going to show blood and guts all over. I'm not blaming womankind for my thirstiness. I'm not blaming anybody for my thirstiness. I'm a fox girl. Fox girls go into heat. Yeah, I said that. You all keep getting me off topic. I'm never going to get through this list. I have a huge list and a lot of rants. I'm going to move on from that. The Ancient Magus Bride Season 2 comes out in April. For those who haven't watched it, I have no words for you. Shame on you. Go watch it. Go watch it. It is great. It is wonderful. It is beautiful. The art is gorgeous. The music is phenomenal. Elias's teacher looks like Merlin from FGO. Because shame on you. Go sit in your corner. Go sit in your corner of shame. That scares me. That scares me a lot. Amrith, go sit in your corner of shame. Ames, I award you the crown. No, it's not a harem because not everything has to be a harem. But it does have monstrous looking men if you're into that. If you're into non human looking men with like deer skulls. Yeah, I said that. I did. I don't think. No, there is one human man. Two. Because the blacksmith chick's husband's human. Yeah. But most of the men are not human, and frankly, I have the biggest crush on Oberon, even though he is like has the mentality of a child. Oberon from Magus Bride reminds me a lot of Charlemagne from the Fate game. Really pretty. Yes, yes, you can wear your president badge here. We're gonna call you president here. Amy Johnson is now known as Madam President. But no, ha, nut, it's not a harem. No, manga's Charlemagne and Oberon, and I could name a couple other men from different anime. Men who are super pretty, who you just look at and you're like, wow, you're beautiful, or wow, you're really sexy. Can you take off a couple pieces of clothing? And then they open their mouth and talk. And you're like, nope, 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 nope. Just shut up and stand there and look pretty like a statue. And those are the worst in anime men of when they stand there and look pretty but have the most annoying, obnoxious personality. It's the reason why I never watched all of Black Clover, because the main character is annoying. Yes, Amy, you are Madam President. Everybody, she is now Madam President. Okay, so we got Magus Bride out of the way. And that is everything I have that is known when they're coming out. So I'll go down the list of what I do have. I am so excited to talk about this, not because it's a matter of. I just watched one of my foxes turn off the light in the kitchen and turn it back on. I have I have no words. I have no words for that. Okay. Anyways, I'm super excited about this because it's so ridiculous that they're doing this that I'm also excited because it looks so stupid. But King Features Syndicate has decided to put out a manga of Popeye the Sailor Man. I'll pause for dramatic effects. And for a drink of water, because oh my god, I need a drink of water. But yes, they are making a Popeye manga. They're just. I've seen a couple of um, panels of it. Just. That's kind of like how it used to do. Emma, you totally throw me off. Oh, Tokyo Pop, yes! Yes, Tokyo Pop would do things like that. Oh my god, who remembers when Tokyo Pop used to exist and was good before they got bought out? Or did they get Amaranth? Did Tokyo Pop go out of business or or did they get bought out? They went out of business? Yeah, it was like Tokyo Pop used to put out some phenomenal manga, and then they put out like some stuff of local American creators, actually, artists. They would back them and put them out there. Oh yeah, they did take Borders down with them. R.I.P. Borders. We miss you. But yeah, so that's coming out. That's by King Features Syndicate. Look it up. For the love of God, look it up. It's not bad looking. I'm not gonna lie, it's really not bad looking. Apparently, the article that I was reading about it was inspired by a comic that somebody was creating that was Popeye versus Goku from DBZ. And it inspired this, that somebody decided, hey, let's do this. I don't know if I agree that they should continue with it, but at the same time, I'm like, hey, go for it. Who am I to complain? So, next on my agenda here is I don't know how I feel about this. This is kind of on par with Trigun, but I do really, really want to see it because this one is near and dear to my heart. Is Rurouni Kenshin. And I apologize if I sound a little stuffy. I actually have a little bit of a head cold. Rurouni Kenshin has some of my most happiest memories of when I decided to go to school in the human world. Of I sat on the bus next to this cute, adorable girl, and I looked over at her, and I said, "Is that a Kenshin pin?" And we then became friends for years. She never once knew I was a fox. That was a well kept secret. But it was. I mean, Kenshin went on forever. It was on par of like One Piece and Naruto and Bleach. Of it just kept going and going and going. But during that time, the big three was Inuyasha, Kenshin, and I don't think there was a third. No, it was still One Piece because One Piece has been going on since the beginning of time because it's still going. I think they're in their 1,000th episode. Let it die. Let it die. Let it die. But yeah, I mean, it's coming out. It's there's not a announcement yet of when it's coming out. I mean, I've seen all of Kenshin. I saw all of the seasons that came out. I saw Samurai X. I I mean, for the longest time it was just like it was all Kenshin. It was I wouldn't say it was historically accurate, but it was a historical anime that was really really good, and at that time frame historical animes were the rage. Now it's isekais. Let isekai die. Except for some. Slime can live and Shield Hero can live. Though I don't think Shield Hero is going to live after that debacle of season 2. That was not a good season. And it's not because the English VA passed away. That was very sad to hear that he did pass. It was just more of they made, yes, much sadness. That was actually really, really sad. Um, it was more so, there was a lot of directing choices that they made for season 2 of Shield Hero that should not have been made. In the sense of, I feel like you have to read the novels in order to understand the practical year jump that they did. I don't think it was a year. I think it was just a couple of months. But it felt like a year that they did a jump in Shield Hero that was just like, who's this chick? who's that chick? And that is a harem anime, and I don't care because now Fumi is hot as hell, and he doesn't acknowledge the fact that any of these girls like him. He really does not acknowledge the fact that any of them like him because he just doesn't think they like him like that. So, but yes, it has not been announced yet when Kenshin is coming out. I've seen the trailers for it. It does look good. I will say that it does look good. I hope it doesn't go the way of Fruits Basket did. It was one of those. I did try to give the new Fruits Basket reboot a chance. I was very happy with the fact that they did try to get a lot of the VAs to come back, but the original Fruits Basket anime came out early 2000s. I want to say like 2005-ish. And a lot of VAs, their voices changed. They changed. They're much older than they were, and it didn't sound right. It just didn't look right. They didn't even try to keep the same artwork. They tried to up the artwork. It's like Kenshin, I get it. Kenshin came out in the 1990s, and it's like 2023 when this will come out. So, yeah, there's going to be updated artwork. But with Fruits Basket, you didn't have to update the artwork. The artwork was fine. You didn't have to sharpen it, and it lost so much of the magic that Fruits Basket originally had. I know there are people who are going to disagree with me, and those people have no taste. So where I'm going to move on before people stone me. Speaking of Stone, Dr. Stone, Season 3 comes out. Speaking of animes that should die, let that one die. I gave that anime 10 episodes. And that is something I'm going to bring up right now. I've been meaning to bring this up, and I totally forgot to bring this up, and I'm bringing this up right now. If I have to watch an entire season to get to the good parts of an anime, you have failed. If I have to watch past 2 episodes to get something good, like if I have to get to episode 5 or even episode 10, you have failed. If you cannot draw me in by the end of episode 1 or episode 2, no, I don't care if it gets good halfway through season 5. You have failed. Absolutely failed. My time is precious. My time is very precious. And if by episode 2 I am not sucked into the storyline, you have failed as an anime. It has not worked. You will lose audience. So how Dr. Stone got to season 3, I do not know. Because I watched 10 episodes and I was bored to tears. I really was. Because it failed. And yeah, no, it's just there's an anime that doesn't get enough appreciation called The Bastard Records, The Akashic Records of a Bastard Mage. Episode 1 sucked. It really did. It was not good. I think they were trying to go with humor of that the mage was lazy and didn't want to do anything and really, really dumb. And no, it's not an isekai. Before anybody asks, it is not an isekai. It actually takes place in a magical world where everybody else has magic and nobody died to get there. But in episode 1, it seemed really silly. Like, oh, you got this guy, he's just lazy, he's a teacher, and everybody thinks he's dumb. It's totally not an isekai. Watch it. It's not an isekai. But, and then episode 2, it's suddenly, this guy's dead over here, that guy's dead over there, and over here, we're gonna do human sacrifice. And it was like, wait, I'm sorry, what? 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 And it drew you in. It drew you in after that episode. You're like, oh, okay, I need to see more of this. There's obviously more that's going on here. And I go back to it because it's so bad it's good, but Data Live from the second episode drew you in when Shindo looks at his sister and says, wait, but why is this a thing? And her going, we don't know. It's just like, I'm sorry, what? That is 100% a harem. Oh, so much boobies. So much boobies. I'm getting off topic with that. But yeah, no, and it's like the same thing. No, I can't say that. Black Clover is an extremely popular anime. I have seen about 5 episodes of it. It is not bad. It really isn't actually a bad anime. If the main character would stop talking, he screams. He screams louder than I do. And I'm a very loud person. He screams like Naruto does in season 1 in, well, Naruto, which later gets changed to Sasuke. Sasuke? Because it's no longer about Naruto. Do not get me started on Naruto. Oh my god, I will anger so many people with my rant and rave about that show. And people would disagree with how I say it, but I say boo on you. You're all saying it wrong. So, we're going to move on to... See, you're in chat. Or are you wanting me to rant and rave about... It is not a harem! What is with you and harems? No, Naruto is not a harem. It's not even that good of a show. It's a bad show. It's... You keep... Naruto is a show about really bad ninjas who don't know how to ninja and like to run around with their arms thrown out behind them, which is totally and completely, oh, what's the word I'm thinking of? Useless. It's dumb. It's so dumb. Why would you run around with your arms behind your back? That is just, you have no balance. There is no balance. You're so top heavy. Yeah, that was funny. I'm not gonna lie, that was actually funny. That was actually really funny. That poor guy had to put out his thing that he was not involved with the raid. Yes, when you shove like half your body forward and your ass out in the air and you're running like an L shape for no freaking reason, you are top heavy. If you trip, your face is going straight into the ground or water or whatever. It is stupid. It is so dumb. It's so much politics of an entire village saying, hey, guess what? We're, for reasons that we're not sure, we're going to totally bully this child. Only adults know, but kids don't know. They don't understand. They don't get it. But it doesn't matter. So we're just going to bully him. And then it just... Why? I don't know. Bad. No cabooses for you. No cabooses for you. It does not balance the boing. Oh! I kicked a fox on accident because I'm moving my legs. I'm going to anger I'm going to get so many angry emails for my Naruto rant. But yeah, no, it's not even about Naruto anymore. It's about Sasuke and Orochimaru, who has a pedophilic love for Sasuke. And I'm aware I just said those words, but anywhere you look up on the internet, it's going to say the same thing. I said nothing wrong. I said the truth. And it's no longer about Naruto. Now, I will say, and I'm trying to save my furry little tails here, the fight scene between Naruto and Sasuke is beautiful. I've seen remastered versions of it, like clips on TikTok, and it is gorgeous. I will say that. It is very beautiful what they did. You could tell that they worked really hard on it, and it wasn't like easy what they did. It's like UFO table version of a fight scene. Who makes the most beautiful fight scenes ever. If you've never seen UFO table stuff, look up Fate Stay Night anything or Fate Zero. Well, not anything. The original Fate Stay Night sucked. Yeah, Amaranth, I said that. What are you going to do about it, huh? But, yeah, it's... Studio Dean is dead. And they know it. I got off topic again. You can't catch me! Jujutsu Kaisen is getting a season 2. I really want to watch that anime. I have not had the opportunity to. I know, shame me. Shame me, I deserve it. It looks good. It looks really good. I've seen clips of it back and forth. The fight scenes look really clean. I really want to know the story with the bad guy with the roots out of his eyeballs. Like, I really want to know what's his story and why they're fighting him. Also, something about a giant panda? I don't know. I do not know. I'd like to know. I really would like to know what's going on with that. Yeah, poor tree guy. It's... I've seen... Wow. Low blow, man. Ori doesn't deserve that. It it looks good. It really does look good. I see clips of the dude with the stuff over his, like the cloth over his eyes, and I guess the main character with the shocking red hair. I don't know. I honestly have never seen it myself. I would love to. It looks really good. And season 2 has been announced. I'd say that must mean it's a good show, but Dr. Stone is getting a season 3, so that doesn't say anything. So, what are studios now? I know nothing about this. I kind of saw it and said, why? Oh god, why? I apologize. Madam President has to back out today. Sad. So, Amaranth, pick up her slack. Chat, pick up her slack. This is on you now. This is 100% on you now. FLCL grunge. I'm going to say that says grunge. Fox girls can't even see their own handwriting. I have seen FLCL twice. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, anybody who is watching this. I'm sorry. I've seen FLCL twice. I think each time I watched it, I was sick. Pretty sure I was sick. And I don't know if this is a reboot. God, I hope it's not a reboot. That is an anime that does not need a reboot just because it's a classic by itself. Just because I don't like it, mostly because I don't understand it, doesn't mean that they need to do that. So, yeah, that one's also to be announced. We don't know when that's coming out. And now for the grand finale of our anime list. We will be talking about games after this. I will definitely be talking about games. I'm either gonna get some hate or I'm gonna get some love. But on the to be announced, oh god, I don't know if I want to talk about this. This scares me. Attack on Titan. The final arc, part 3. Okay. Here's the thing. Attack on Titan sucks. I'm just gonna come out and say it. It sucks. It's not a good anime. And you can't convince me otherwise that it's a good anime. It's really bad. Like, there's no real plot, and you cannot go on, oh, well, the plot really thickens in season 2. Going right back into that rant and rave that I did earlier over the fact that if I have to watch an entire season just to get to the good part, you have failed. Attack on Titan is for beginners. That is what it is. That's all it is. It is people eating people, and that's it. Okay? You have the whole plot thing with Eren going, oh, Aaron's this, Aaron's that. His dad has some secret thing in his basement. He probably has some girl tied up in his basement, for all you know. We just don't know. His dad disappeared constantly, so it's probably a dead girl in the basement. But it's just bad. It's just bad. And you have this final season, part 3. It's not a final season. A season is, like, for however episodes, let's say 24 episodes spanning against 24 weeks when you stream it for 24 weeks, 1 day a week, like on Saturday or Friday or something like that. You don't do it for 3 freaking years. And it does. And it is. And it's just like, it's not a final season. You're just padding your runtime so you can keep up something that is dead. But people love it, and every time I have asked an Attack on Titan fan, why do you love Attack on Titan, and nobody can give me an answer. It's not for its riveted storytelling. It sucked. There is no story. There is no storyline. There is no explanation to why is there 5 walls. How did you make 5 walls? If you have these titans eating and killing people, how'd you build these walls? And, like, I picked up the manga ones just to see, is the manga good? Maybe the manga explains more. Oh god, that art is so bad. That art is so bad. The anime has better art than the manga does. And it's just, oh my god. It's just so bad, and it's so popular. There is an Attack on Titan museum in Japan for an anime that's not even done. And apparently not even the manga's done. And the creator was like, oh, if I could think about Attack on Titan ending, this is kind of how I'm seeing it going, but I'm not sure. It's like George R. Martin with Game of Thrones of, nah, I'll never finish it. I'll just keep getting royalties off of it. And that's what Attack on Titan is. It's just the guy eating royalties off it about as much as Titans are eating people. It's just, I cannot emphasize how bad it is. It's just, it's so popular. So popular. Drives me up a tree. So yeah, that's my rant and rave about Attack on Titan. Please don't hate me. George R. Martin has straight up announced that he drinks the tears of his readers for breakfast. So, yes, I would not be surprised. And no, there was not cannibalism in Game of Thrones. I actually had to think about that for a second. There's dead people, but yeah. Yeah, no, it's bad. Attack on Titan, not Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones. I hate the new season, but that's just because it annoys me. So, okay. We should probably move on from anime because I can vent and rave about anime forever. So, we're going to take a small break and then we are going to move on to games that are coming out. As well as, hey, you remember when games used to be good and not glitch constantly? So, stay tuned. Be right back. I would have been back sooner, but yeah, one of my foxes took off with my little the little sound thingy that goes over your mic. Yeah, but we won't go into that. So, this is super exciting. I kind of looked at a bunch of games. Some of them I'm not going to play myself, but we'll probably watch other YouTubers play it just because they're not my games that I like to play. Um, so, coming in January, we have A Space for the Unbound. That one I noticed is super anticipated game that is coming out. It honestly, to me, looks like a Alien Isolation meets Resident Evil kind of zombie game. It's not my kind of game. I'm not gonna lie. It's not my kind of game. Probably because I would scream like a little fox girl while trying to shoot and miss. I'm a Halo girl, okay? I am more happy sitting up in my crow's nest with a sniper gun, aiming at your head and shooting it. And you'd never see me coming. Never see me coming. But that's coming out in January. That does look exciting. It does look good. The artwork, no, wrong word. The graphics to that looks phenomenal. It really does. It's just it looks like a really pretty game. I'm not good at zombie games just because if I shoot you in the head, I am expecting you to go down, not I'm still alive because I have no brains. It's like I gotta shoot you 3 more times and waste bullets, don't I? Alright. That annoys me. So, moving from that one, I am super excited about this game that's coming out. Just because, fun fact, Fox girls dream of going to Hogwarts. I love Harry Potter. I really do. I love the books. I love the movies. I have never seen the last movie. Don't judge me. Oh, it is too bad that Madam President isn't here. Oh, she would have her 2 cents with this. Um, but yes, Hogwarts Legacy comes out in February. I am super excited about that. Yes, Harry Potter. I am super, super stoked about that. The Hogwarts Legacy is going to be an MMO game that is, oh my god, it's just so pretty looking. You could be sorted into your house. As a Ravenclaw myself, I have seen the... I'm sorry, my foxes are fighting each other for some weird reason. And one of them hissed and it made me jump. Anyways, I saw the video that showed all the Hogwarts houses. You cannot make it into a harem! That is Nagima, you are correct! Not Hogwarts, not Harry... Yeah! Hogwarts is... Harry Potter is not a harem. They did! They made a magic... wait, no. I am going to fight you, Amaranth. I am going to fight you. Nagima was not a Harry Potter harem because Nagi was the only one who had magical powers. The other girls did not know. They did not know he was a wizard. They had no idea. That is not Harry Potter. You cannot say that is an anime version. That's not true. No, they didn't know. I think 2 of the girls knew. 1 or 2 girls knew. But not everybody. Not everybody knew. I mean, it's been years since I've seen Nagima. No, if you say their magic, their powers was their boingage, They did not have powers. I'm going to look this up. Oh my god. Google. Google. I'm going to prove you wrong. Did the girls in Negima, I can't spell Negima, have magic as well? Da 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 da. Fandom! Please don't put a virus on my computer. Energetic students, though not all of them are aware of the class contains a wide variety of character types, athletes, bookworms, cheerleaders, and a kung fu master, a swordsman, a ninja, an aspiring cook, an internet idol, a budding reporter. That's right, there was a ghost. A genoid? A genoid. There were 2 half demons? I knew there was a vampire. 1 full demon? 2 super geniuses, 1 from the I should have put a spoil alert. Except you can just Google this. You really can just Google that. Okay, for the exception of the ghosts, the androids, the 2 half demons, I didn't even know there were half demons. A full demon, someone from the future, a Twilight princess. Was she Twilight Sparkle? Was she Twilight Sparkle? I bet she wasn't as fabulous. There was like 24 girls in that class. That's like, what, 6? So no, not everybody had magical powers. Oh my god, there were 31 students. Would you like to have a German Sparkle party? Please do not. Tsuki does not encourage people to look up German Sparkle Party. Please, for the love of God, do not do that to yourself. Do not do that to yourself. Okay. Wow, we're supposed to be talking about games, and I totally just got off track about Negima. But Negima is not Hogwarts! And Hogwarts Legacy looks really, really fun, and I'm gonna go back to Google because a lot of things keep popping up on my screen because I'm looking up Negima stuff. But Hogwarts Legacy looks really, really fun, and I'm super excited. It is an MMO. I would love to play it with multiple people, see what houses they go into. Amaranth's kind of mean, so he would go into Gryffindor because he likes to antagonize me. I would totally go into Ravenclaw, despite what my Valkyrie friend Helena says. I would not be a Slytherin. I am a Ravenclaw. My love for books has no bounds. I got in trouble the other day because I was supposed to be managing the inn and I was reading. And I'm not going to talk about what I was reading. Fox girls have needs. So, also in February, and I'm super, 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 super excited. I will not be streaming this. The reason why I will not be streaming this isn't because I don't want to, but because unfortunately, the Tales franchise does not like people streaming their stuff. Copyright issues. Tales of Symphonia is coming out in February. And I'm super stoked about that because from years ago, I snagged a copy of the Tales of Symphonia strategy guide. I got it from a used bookstore. That's my story, and that's what I'm going to tell people. Yep. Tales of Symphonia, I played years ago. And it was really, really, really fun. Like, super fun. I got stuck. I got lost. I bought the guide because I got lost. And then, because back then I didn't know how to read strategy guides, I never figured out where I got lost. I got lost in some kind of hallway behind a boulder. And now that I'm realizing it, I think it was a bug. Yeah, bugs. But yes, that comes out in February, and I'm so excited about that. Like, I really, really wish that I could stream it when it comes out. But as I found out when I pulled up Tales of Berseria the other day, it pauses during certain scenes if you're streaming it, which means if I did, it would end up like blacking out during certain cutscenes, and that just doesn't work well. But yeah, I'm just like fangirling super, super hard. I love the Tales series. I really, really do. Back when Tales of Xillia first came out, oh, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. Oh. And okay, I'm gonna go on about this. I'm sorry, I have to fangirl here. Or fanfox? Fox fangirl? Your your neighborhood fox fangirl. No, that doesn't work. Huh. I can't think of anything about it. But yes, I'm gonna fangirl over this. Tales of Xillia came out, and it felt like old fashioned Final Fantasy, except that it was active time battle where you got to run around and beat the crap out of everything. And it was done well. And I went to my local game store, saw it, and said, this looks good. It's on sale for $15. Why not? And I even asked the guy, hey, is this good? And he was like, I don't know. Because he never played it. Little did I know, that was a rabbit hole that this fox wasn't ready to jump down. And I think I beat that game in 80 hours. Not at once. I do not have that kind of time. I think it took me about 2 months to beat it. And it was so good because of the fact it had two corresponding storylines that was back to back. That you had Jude, the medical student who he didn't know what he was getting into, and then you had Mila, the supposed god turned human. And it just, you could play as either Jude or Mila. You had your pick. And at the beginning, through most of the game, it almost seems like, oh, it's the same game. Do you either want to play as the guy who just punches and kicks everything into submission, or the mage who's not a mage, who uses some magic, but likes to just poke things with her sword kind of badly. But I mean, she was essentially a mage. So you had the option of playing one or the other, and at some point it does split off. You had two different storylines at some point where, and I'm not going to go into it because oh my god, you have to play it for yourself because it's like a typical Tales game, let's rip your heart out kind of thing. And it did that. And then it had a twist that I don't really think the twist kind of needed to be there with Alphen. It was just kind of seeable, but it just existed. It was there. It wasn't bad. I wouldn't say it was great, but it wasn't bad. And it had a typical Tales ending. I'm not going to tell you what that is, but it ended. It was good. It was a great game. It was so good that I went back to my local game store and said, I need more. And he pointed me over to the PlayStation section of the PS4 and said, help yourself. And there were two other Tales games, and one was a remake of not the first one. I don't remember what it was called. But it wasn't as good. And it didn't hold that magic. It was just, it didn't play as well, and maybe that's just because it was an older Tales game. Apologies. So, but yes, Tales of Symphonia is a remake, remastered of the game that came out years ago. I want to say like early 2000s. I hope it is good. Uh, I mean, the thing about the Tales series is that with the games, it's either really, really good or really, really bad. Of, take for example, Tales of Berseria. Oh my god! That's a nail biter. That's a nail biter game. I think it took me about 80 hours. Like I said, it's like a Final Fantasy game. It was dark. Oh my god, it was dark. It was about vengeance. And it was so good. I hated the ending, but it was so good, and I'm not even going to get too much into it. But the basis storyline is you had this girl who was betrayed by the person who she trusted the most, and her entire world got flipped upside down because of it, and he ended up basically taking. Velvet does have so much boing. So much boing. I mean, the girl wears almost no clothing. She has very little clothing. And I tried to cosplay her once, and yeah, that didn't work out well. But it was really good. It was from start to end. The only time it was hard or slow was when you had to go from one place to another. Then it got a little harder, like a little slow that way. But it was just kind of, yeah, no, it was just good, and it had some twists and turns. And God, I can't remember his name, but the bad luck pirate dude was super hot. Super hot. And then Tales of Zestiria came out about a year or two later. And though the premise of it was really bold, it was a bad game. I never finished it. It was just a bad game. It was basically, we're going to try to explain Tales of Berseria with Tales of Zestiria, which is technically the prequel, and it was just, yeah, Zestiria, no, Berseria came out before Zestiria, and I'm going to double check my facts. Tales of Zestiria. I already talked about Zilia. No, I don't want characters. I want the Wikipedia. Wiki. It came out, so Zestiria came out 2015, and oh god, oh god, no, no, give me a second, give me a second, let me look up Assyria, let me look up Assyria before I just, oh, no, you were right. Zestiria came out before Berseria. That's right. That's why I didn't get. That's why I didn't get the special edition of Berseria. Any Drip, thank you for the follow. Yeah, it was Hysteria, which is just a bad game. The premise of it was so bold, and then it was just really bad. But then Berseria came out, and they were like, okay, we know we messed up with Zisteria, so let's put out Berseria, which in the order of actual games, it was in the same universe, and it was really, really good. And it was dark. And it was phenomenal. But yes, Zillia 2, the Tom Nook edition. Do not hate me. I do not like the newest Animal Crossing because I don't like real life in my games. But Zillia 2 was exactly that of you are this guy and you get in a car crash, or no, it was a train crash. You almost die. This guy pulls you out of the wreckage, gets you medical treatment, medical help, and then is like, yeah, yeah, hate the game. But he gets you medical help and says, you now owe me $1 million because I brought you back from the brink of health or brink of death, and you almost died, and all the medical treatment and all the hospitalization and the fact that I kind of got hurt for dragging your sorry little ass out from underneath the train means that you owe me $1 million and you're gonna have to pay me back throughout the entire expanse of the game. And in order to get the secret Hotsprings episode of Zillia 2, which is the true ending, you have to pay the guy back his $1 million. So you are broke throughout the entire game. It is not even the plot of the game. It is not even what the game is about. It's basically about, oh god, what is that term of like time travel, when you go in time travel and mess with the time frame. It's like that. Whatever that term is, that's escaping me. Oh my god, somebody help me. Uh, singularities. No, not paradox. It's singularities that had happened in the time frame. Something like that. I never beat the game because I got stuck fighting myself. Don't fight yourself, you will lose. But some people disliked the game because of that. I actually liked the storyline of it. I thought the storyline was really good. I did get very close to the end. I did not get close to paying back Tom Nook. I'm sorry, I don't like Animal Crossing. I like the concept of Animal Crossing, of the fact that you can link up to people and do things like that. I don't like the fact that the raccoon makes you pay a mortgage and you have to do work for him for free. When I play my games, I like to escape reality. I will not tell you how much mortgage I still own on this inn. This inn is a money pit. But the hot springs are nice. The ghost in my closet is banging on the door and it's kind of scaring me. Moving on. I'm not going to go too much into this one. Um, but just because I know almost nothing about it, Digimon World Next Order is coming out on the Switch and PC in February. It's just a reboot. It's just a remake from the 2018, which came out on the PlayStation. So I don't really have much to say about that, except that Cyber Sleuth was amazing, and the other game that was, I think it was like Hackers something, kind of sucked. Yes, Digimon Story. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth was fantastic. People who loved Digimon would love Digimon Story. And oh my god, it was so much fun. It was just the algorithm of how to make different Digimon to be Victor Frankenstein and to be like Digimon, not Pokemon. No, it's Digimon World Next Order that's coming out in February. It's the remake. But yeah, no, Cyber Sleuth that was in Digimon Story. Oh my god! Like, there was a reason why that was a popular game. The hacker's memory just was dumb. I'm sorry, it was dumb. I tried. I really did. I played that game for 10 hours before I said, why am I still putting all this effort into this game? Cyber Sleuth, Nyoka? I think her name was Nyoka, was annoying, but it was a good game. It was a really good game with a great storyline until, the Nanoka part. So we're going to move on from that. Nyoka, like the phone. Oh my god, I just got that reference. Huh. Who knew? Atelier Ryza 3 comes out in February. Okay. So, I fell in love with the Atelier series. Atelier Sophie. I. I love farming games. I do. When I've had a very stressful day, screaming at my employees, or trying to set up different things, I just want to sit back in the Hotsprings with a game that is just a relaxing game, so a farming game or something like that. And Atelier Ryza 3, or Atelier, I can't speak. Atelier Sophie, the first one, not the second one, was fantastic in the sense of I could do whatever I damn well pleased. If I wanted to go out and not fight a single monster and just gather a bunch of stuff, I'm going to gather a bunch of stuff. If I want to go out and fight a bunch of monsters, I can do that. If I want to go up to my BFF who has melons bigger than my head and see her hop around the place, I can do that. Or if I wanted to go to the night dude and be like, hey, can we go over here and have some fun? He's probably going to say no. But I could probably ask that of the gun dude. Loggy. Oh, Loggy. Why weren't you a playable character, Loggy? Sad. Exactly. Exactly. I think her name was Monica, too. Just Monica. I did not like Ryza. And I think it's just because I had expectations after playing Sophie over the fact that Sophie was a chill kind of game that you could just do whatever. And eventually you could even dress Sophie up in skimpy little outfits. But Ryza, I didn't get far. From the fact that one of her friends was being abused by his alcoholic father, to the fact that her parents wanted her to give up her dream so she could work on the farm. It was just it's just a little bad for me. I don't. I guess when I look at an Atelier game, I'm looking for something kind of more chill, more relaxing, and not, oh my god, why is this so depressing? Like, I'm not expecting that. So, I'm not surprised they made a second Atelier Ryza. I'm more surprised they made an Atelier Ryza 3. I'm honestly kind of shocked about that. But, I mean, just because it's not my game doesn't mean it's not somebody else's game. So, that comes out in February. I need a sip of water. I've been screaming at Amaranth this, entire stream. That and Madam President, who unfortunately had to leave because her Wi-Fi. Resident Evil 4 Remake. AKA, bitch, get in that dumpster. Bitch, go over there. I mean, Ashley, go over there. Ashley, go over there. Oh God, what are you doing? Why are you standing there and being eaten by zombies? I have never played Resident Evil 4. I have watched Michael from Rooster Teeth complain about it. I have heard from my manager that the AI was a little wonky. And I've heard many people rant and rave about how wonky the AI is. I'm sure that in Resident Evil 4 they have fixed those bugs. But then you look and see how Pokemon's bugginess is going, and then you kind of wonder how that's going to go. Probably not well. So let's hope that when Resident Evil 4 Remake comes out, and Leon and his HD beautifulness will hopefully have better luck with yelling at Ashley, going, Ashley, go stand over there! Ashley, get in that dumpster! That kind of thing. We can only hope. That comes out in March. I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about this next one because I'm going to get a lot of hate. Please don't hate Fox Girls. We're just opinionated little things. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is coming out in May. From my understanding, this is a sequel to Breath of the Wild. When Zelda decided, we are going to make a survival game. The only thing that I liked about Breath of the Wild, I actually never played it. Okay. But they made a character in Breath of the Wild that looked like Robin Williams. In in memory of Robin Williams, because he was a huge fan of the franchise and even named his daughter Zelda. I have a lot of respect for that. I really do. I have a lot of respect for that. I love the older Zelda games. I only like 2 Zelda games. I'm sorry. I only like 2 of them, and that was Norton, go away. I only like 2 of them, and that was um yes, R.I.P. Robin. He brought so much smiles to so many people and touched the hearts of many, and from what I understand, he was the sweetest guy ever and even wrote back to his fans. I played 2 Zelda games, and that was um Ocarina of Time and Twilight Princess. I loved Twilight Princess. I know that game got a lot of hate. I loved it so much. And I cannot tell you how many times I've played Ocarina of Time. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous how many times I've played that game. I did play Seasons in Time back on the... Oh my god, it was on the Game Boy. I know I'm a nine-tailed fox, but my god, that made me feel old. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. I have never played Breath of the Wild. It's not that I think it's a bad game. I don't. I really don't think it's a bad game at all. The fact that they're making a sequel of it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad game. I've heard nothing but good things about it. I'm not a good survival person. I don't like a game where I have to hunt for food. I don't hunt for my food now. I'm a yokai. I don't hunt for food. I just go to the dreams of people who irritate me and haunt their nightmares and feed off their fear. That's not hunting. That's selective choosing. So a game where I have to go, foxes do hunt for their food. I'm a kitsune. I am a yokai. I don't hunt for my food. I walk in town and find who irritates me. And then I haunt their dreams. And feed off their nightmares. And if they really make me mad, I stay in the shadows, and when they're laying in bed, going, oh God, what was that over there? I'm just going to whisper right in their ear, it's nothing. It's fine. You're alone. So, yeah, next game. Look, look. Your cable bill. You didn't know for years that I was siphoning off your cable. You didn't know for years, and until just now, you still didn't know. So, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. No, it is not the sequel to the Final Fantasy VII remake that they put out a couple years ago. That's still in the works because apparently Square Enix likes to try to waste your money. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is supposed to be the remake because they don't know what they're doing anymore. It is a remake of the prequel with Zacky. You know, the guy who Cloud decided, I want to be like him. I mean, Zack is hot. I don't want to be like him. I just want him. But yeah, that's coming out. They don't have a date for that yet. That is to be announced. But now you can watch Zack and all his horror and all the horrifying things that happened to him in HD on your TV. And if you got a PS5, which, counting that, I think a very little amount of people do in the world, you can watch it in, oh, what is it called? 4K! So yeah, don't ask me when the next Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 of 3 is coming out, because I'm pretty sure Square doesn't even know themselves. They're just trying to steal all your money because Final Fantasy VII Remake, the first one, was a shit game. Moving on. Story of Seasons. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. I'm so excited. Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life. I'm really hoping they don't actually kill off your significant other as was shown in the trailer. But the fact that you can grow old with your significant other and watch your child get old. And oh my god, I'm so excited about this game and I cannot wait until it comes out. Ah! I will stream that. When that does come out, I will stream that because then you could see me fangirl and freak out over the fact that I love Story of Seasons. Yes, I am aware that it is done by somebody who was in Harvest Moon. I'm fully aware of that. I also liked Harvest Moon. I didn't like Harvest Moon as much, but Story of Seasons, I have played that game so many times. Like, so many times. Both Olive Town and Mineral Town. I like Mineral Town a lot more. Yes, it is Mineral Town. But, I mean, I've played it, replayed it, just oh my god, I love it so much. So the fact that A Wonderful Life is coming out, the trailers are still coming out on YouTube, and it's so oh my god, it's so pretty. And I mean, there's only so much graphics you can do on the Switch. There really is. There's only so much you can do. But my god, I'm fangirling. I'm fangirling. Oh, I'm fangirling so hard. So that is to be announced. As soon as I know something about it, I will probably post on my Twitter, oh my god, we know when this is coming out. I have it pre-ordered at my local gaming store that I will not say the name of because I'm still mad at them. Apparently they don't think a girl can play hardcore games. Yeah, that didn't go over well. Small little note, Ebe, IB. That is going to be put out on the Switch. That is an old what is it called? Horror RPG Maker game. I will actually be playing Eve on my channel soon. it's not a cute game. It's actually a horror game, and it's horrifying when a chicken a painting chases you. I've never played it. I've seen people play it. I actually really want to play it myself. I'm a brave little fox. It's not adorable. It is not adorable. It is horrifying. It is horrifying. But I am excited to play Ebe. Oh God, Mad Father is another one I will be playing on this channel at some point. I have an itinerary of games I will be playing. Ebe is going to be one of them. Mad Father is going to be another one. Um, a lot of RPG. Yeah, that is so true. Like a grape, you know, like that one guy in Eva. No, his head popped off. But yeah, I'll be playing a lot of horror maker games here on this channel. So look forward to that. I will announce that. I post my schedules every Sunday on Twitter. So look forward to that. Um, this isn't so. Oh yeah, so Ebe is going on Switch soon. We don't know when though. It is to be announced. Okay, so this isn't so much a game that's coming. I mean, it is coming out, but this is more. I'm going to rant about this. I'm going to not rave because that means I'm excited, but rage about this. Rune Factory 3, the special edition, is coming out next year. It is to be announced. We don't know when it comes out. I hate Rune Factory. It's not a fault of the franchise. The fact that they have come out with multiple games means that it is successful, and people do like it. I love farming games. I really do. Obviously, I loved Atli or Sophie, and I loved Story of Seasons. I am not a I am not I do not shy away from fighting games. I love fighting games. You know, I once more, Atli or Sophie does have some fighting elements to it. I love Tales. Tales has a lot of beat the crap out of things. But let this little fox girl tell you a story. And this is more for a cautionary tale for other gamer girls out there. I went to my local gaming store. I was pre-ordering, I believe. Oh, I don't remember which game I was pre-ordering. But I was pre-ordering a game. And the clerk knows me. I go there a lot. Once more, local gaming stores. So, of course, they're going to know me there a lot. And there was a guy standing at the countertop talking to the clerk. And the clerk was like, "Oh, hey, there's a couple new games coming out." And I was like, "Oh, what you got?" And oh, he was telling me that Pokemon Arceus had come out, or that it was on pre-order. And I was like, "Oh, yay, that sounds like fun." And the guy kind of looked at me. I'm a cute little fox girl. My fox ears weren't showing, but I'm a cute little fox girl. And the guy kind of looks at me and he goes, "Well, what other games do you like?" And I was like, "Oh, it just kind of depends. I like some fighting games. I like some farming games. I'm super stoked because I know the remake of one of the Story of Season games are coming out." And he goes, "Oh, you'll love Rune Factory 5, which is coming out soon." And I love a good recommendation. I do. And I asked him, "Oh, what is it about?" And he goes, "Well, if you like Story of Seasons, you'll really like Rune Factory. There is some fighting elements, so if you like a good RPG, that's in there too, but there's a lot of farming, and there's dateable characters and all this stuff." And he just like totally like just pumped it up for me. So I said, "Yeah, you know what? I got a spare $5. I could put it down for a pre-order. That's $40. Sure, why not? It doesn't come out for a couple of months. I'll look up some trailers for it. It looks good, sure." And
I was kind of excited. And as I told him I had to leave, and, you know, as I was leaving, the guy followed me out and he goes, "So I'm going to go out and get some lunch." And that's when I realized the guy was hitting on me. He literally pushed me towards a game because he was hitting on me. Yeah. And I got Rune Factory 5. I got the special edition Rune Factory 5. I had to pull some strings to get that game. And it sucked. It really sucked. It was so glitchy. And it was so aggravating. And I was really mad. Because it was like, why? Why would you hit on a girl and convince her to play a game that you yourself probably have never played just because she mentioned she was into farming games into a glitchy game that, if you look at the reviews, even say that it's a bad game? I mean, obviously Rune Factory has its success, because if it didn't, they wouldn't have made Rune Factory 5, and they wouldn't be remaking Rune Factory 3. I did not eat him, but after that came out, I did go find him, and I haunted the hell out of his nightmares. That man is having night terrors for the rest of his life for that. I know a Baku. I went up to a Baku and am paying a Baku right now to eat all his good dreams, so all he has is nightmares. Not cool. Not cool. So yeah, that is my Rune Factory story. If you like Rune Factory, good for you. If you're a guy, don't hit on a girl and tell her to play a game that you don't even know if it's going to be good or not. Because she will haunt your dreams, and she will haunt your nightmares. So yeah, that is to be announced. We don't know when that's coming out. I'm not going to buy it. Good for you if you do. And, dude, if you're watching this, screw you! So, another game I'm super excited to come out. The play I wouldn't say it's a playable trailer, but you can play the beta version, I guess, at this current moment. But Slime Rancher 2 will eventually get a full release. That is to be announced. It hasn't come out yet, but it is to be announced at this current time. I have played some of it, and it looks good. I played about 3 hours of it, got to different areas, absolutely went nuts over the little bunny slimes. Oh my god, it's so cute. It really is. It has elements that the other Slime Rancher didn't have, of you actually have to craft. I'm not fond of that, but I can see where people would really like that element. It's not my kind of element, but it is. It makes the game more challenging. I will say that is actually a really good thing about that, is that it did make the game challenging. The first game is not challenging at all. You can actually beat the first game in a matter of like 2 hours, especially if you really, really bust your ass at it. This one would take a much longer time, and once more, it's not even full release yet. That's out. It does seem like if I had the ability to name my slimes, it would be Rimuru 1, Rimuru 2, Rimurushin, things like that. Oh my god, they're so cute. They're so adorable, and I just want to grab them and snuggle them. I really, 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 really do. So yes, Slime Rancher 2, it hasn't been announced whenever the full game is out yet. But it looks really... I'm super excited for it. Benny Maru in overalls? Oh my god! I mean, is Benny Maru wearing a shirt? Is he... For those who don't know, this Fox Girl has an obsession with Benny Maru from Is This a Slime Monster? It's mostly because of the fact that I've got a thing for ogre men, and it's the horns, man. The horns do something to me. I just... God, fox girls love ogres. Especially ogres that can throw flames that eats entire armies. Oh, I would love him in overalls, though. Oh my god, I would love him in overalls. But yes, I'm super stoked for that game. I hope it comes out soon. It'll be really, really fun. So, when that does come out, the full release of the game, I do plan on playing it on this channel. And you will probably hear me cuss a lot over the tars, going, "Why are you eating them? I'm going to kill you! Why? Leave them alone!" Those kind of things. So look forward to it, because I am. So that is to be announced. But one thing I want to go in about, since we are on the topic of games and we have 30 minutes left before the end of the stream, do you remember when games are good? And I don't mean like, I'm just hearing the people screaming, but Suki, games are good. And it's like, do you remember when games didn't glitch as much as they do? When you went to the store and you bought a game and you stuck it into the system and you didn't have to download anything because you didn't connect to the internet. Would shut up. Shut up. And you played your game and it didn't really have glitches. And yes, when I had two tails, bite me, I have 9. Figure out my age that way. Say it out loud and I will eat you, and not in a way you're thinking. Like Attack on Titan eat you. Nom 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 nom. But I'm gonna take, for example, the new Pokemon game that came out. Let's talk about glitches. Oh my god. It's like everybody was so super stoked about this game. And I'm one of them. I bought the dual pack. Like as soon as it dropped. As soon as it dropped, oh hey guys, you could get the dual pack. I bought the dual pack. If my budget was bigger, I would have gotten the Switch edition. I kind of regret that I wasn't able to, but I have no money. I'm broke little fox girl. This takes a lot of my money. But it was, oh my god, it was beautiful. Yes, it was gorgeous. The ability to run around, the plot line's kind of weak, but the fact that you could run around and do a bunch of stuff was really cool. And but during like my third or fourth battle, I suddenly was looking at the underside of the world. And I'm looking up at it and I'm like, wow, that's interesting. And it happened a lot where it just shifted a little and I'm just looking up at the world going, okay. And then I went into one of the Terra caverns. I brought the right Pokemon in so I could fight it. And I hit it, and it said it was super effective, and the health bar didn't move at all. And I just kind of stared and went, oh, excuse me? If I was super effective, then why didn't it move? I've been looking at articles and whatnot of different comments, and people are comparing it to Skyrim glitches. When you got Skyrim glitches, you got some problems. I just remember a time when you had games that you downloaded, or not even downloaded, excuse me, I'm sorry, I misspoke. When you had games that you bought, and you bought as is, which means it was a complete game, 90% of the bugs had been worked out, and you didn't have to worry about it. And now, you buy a game, and you get about 90% of the bugs. And it's really fun to watch YouTubers, because then you'll get things like, oh, found a bug, found a bug, found a bug, as you fall off the edge of the map. Or your character gets stuck in a wall, or something like that. It's just like, Why? Why would you do that? So yeah, I mean, this game has the potential of being really good. It really does. Obviously, a bunch of people are playing it. It I like the fact that there's three different storylines and you can do one, two, or all three of them. It just doesn't matter. It's your choice. And that's something that they really beat you over the head with a mallet saying, pick what you want to do. Me, myself, I'm playing it. I'm not streaming it. Um, just because yeah, I keep getting lost and yeah, I don't want to embarrass myself too much over yeah. But yeah, no, it's just games nowadays you get a lot of glitches and a lot of just the fact that I got a game with glitches. Yay, let's see what else we can do. And then you don't want to play the game for like months on end. Ori Will o' the Wisp. For those who saw my other stream where I played um, The Blind Forest, obviously I'm not that good at that game because I keep dying. I died 30 times in the span of almost 2 hours. So sue me. Ori Will o' the Wisp, I bought the special edition of that. I was super excited. Music was great. Oh my god, everything about it was beautiful. The graphics, the storyline. And then I ran into a bug. And it wasn't a small bug. If I went into the bog, and you're supposed to bounce off the bubbles in the bog. And I would jump, I'd go up, use the ability to bounce off it, stop, and is ready to shoot off, and instead Ori went backwards straight into the bog, which is instant death. And I said, excuse me, say what? And so I did it again. I jumped, stopped on the thing, aimed at where I wanted to go, went to shoot, and then I teleported. And died. This went on for a half hour. And I cussed. And I screamed. And then I took a video of it. And I sent it to the creator saying, what the fuck? I was so mad. I was so mad. Eventually, I did make it out of the bog. I'm not going to tell you how long it took me to get out of that bog. I said some very colorful words to get out of that bog. And then, the next thing is I went into the final area. I was super excited. I was almost done with this game. I was so stoked. And I glitched. Hold on. I need to take a drink of water before I start coughing. Okay. It glitched so bad that it made the game unplayable. I could not beat that game because the glitches were so bad that I had to wait until all the patches were through. A year went by before I grabbed that game and played it again. And you shouldn't have to do that. I'm sorry, but you don't. I I commend creators. I think creators for games are phenomenal people. But I feel like they rush the release of the games too soon because they want the game out. And then they're like, we could put out patches. We could put out patches. But then some people are just not going to play the game and you're going to lose a lot of people by the end of it. Take Star Wars Squadrons. Star Wars Squadrons, I believe, is the game where you are in the fighter pilot. Or you play as a fighter pilot. Yeah, Amrith knows what I'm talking about. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. And it glitched so bad that you like you literally couldn't leave the level. It was just you couldn't beat the level because of the glitch, which was a known glitch. Yeah, board four. That's he knows exactly what I'm talking about. Board four, you could not beat. It was a very known glitch, and it made the game unplayable. And it got so many negative reviews that people just stopped playing it. And it's like, if you want to keep your fans happy, then don't put out a game with 50 million glitches because you will lose people. People don't play Squadrons anymore because of all the glitches. And I don't think that will happen with Pokemon. I don't. Just because Pokemon has a huge fan base. It has been successful for 25 years. Thank you, Ash, for finally beating it, being actually successful at training Pokemon. It only took it 25 years. But it's just games have been put out half finished for no reason. It's like I would rather wait another year for the game to come out finished and 90% bug free and enjoy it than get a game that's half finished with 90% bugs. And it's just, you make unplayable games. Squadrons being one of them. Ori Will of the Wisp before all the patches came out. I'm not going to wait for your patches to completely come out all the time. Speaking of patches, who here has played Monster Hunter World? Oh god. I love Monster Hunter World. Before Iceborne came out, it was a hard game. I played it. Me, I played it. It was fun. But my god, you were gonna struggle. They were gonna make you work for it. And every monster you fought, you were lucky if you beat it the first time. You were real lucky you beat it first time. When you're fighting Nergigante, oh my god, you are screaming at the top of your lung, die, bitch, die! As you're trying to beat him, and he just kind of looks at you and jumps up and just slaughters your entire team, unless if you have, a shielder who hopefully has aggro. Hey Amma, how does aggro work for your character? There was always the joke that if you needed a monster, you stuck Amma in the middle of a field, and he just questionable hitboxes, so many questionable hitboxes. It was a really fun game. Oh my god, it was so much fun. Yeah, but no, you could stick Amma in the middle of a field, no matter where you were, and just go hide, and I guarantee you, he had some kind of aggro. Oh god, I gotta tell this story. So me and Amaranth were playing Monster Hunter World. We were actually playing Iceborne at this point. And we were fighting the Bariath in the middle of the main Iceborne area. I don't remember what it was called. And he got knocked off the edge and ended up in a completely different part of the board. So I'm fighting the Bariath by myself with, is it Bariath or the Snowcat thingy? And I'm fighting it with the Glade, the spear thingy. I can't remember what it's called, the Insect Glaive. And he's my hard-hitting character, and he's gone. No, I had the axe. I was doing the axe at the time, the switch axe, where you can either have the shield and the sword, or you could have the giant axe. That's what I had at the time. And Amaranth had the other axe, the one that either was a giant buster sword or it was an axe. The charge blade, that's it. And he got knocked off the edge. I am by myself. The Snowcat sucks. And I'm screaming at him, where are you? Get back here! Get back here! And he's like, I'm coming. And suddenly, I hear over my headphones, "Oh shit!" And I'm like, "Where are you? I can't help you." And I'm trying not to die. My shield's out. I'm really trying hard not to die. And suddenly I hear him say, "I'm coming, but I'm bringing a friend." And I'm like, what in God's name is he doing? I'm trying not to die here fighting this snowcat that's handing my ass and asking me if I want seconds. And suddenly, out of nowhere, off on the side, and I swear to you, both me and the snowcat just stopped and stared as Amaranth is running past us with an enraged Devil Joe behind him. And we're literally just like, as he just runs past us. And I'm just like, what? And then proceeded to die as the snowcat remembered that I was standing there and kills me. We did not win that battle, but I got the story from him later in the Gathering Hub. He was running towards where we were. He kept looking at the map, and then he kept running towards where I was, hoping to find me, when he runs over a mound, not thinking about it, not knowing it, thinking it is part of uh the environment, when suddenly explodes out of it is the enraged Devil Ho or Devil Joe and starts chasing him. It was just like, oh my god, you did what? It was so bad. Oh my god. We don't know if it was a glitch in the system or if it just spawned right then and there. But it was just like, you gotta imagine, I'm fighting and I literally stopped just to watch, just like, what? But yeah, no, it was, God, it was so funny, and I loved Monster Hunter World. It was so much fun. The thrill you got for fighting a bunch of monsters, just like, or one monster at a time, not knowing if you were going to time out or if you were going to beat it or you were just going to die. And it was pre Iceborne, before Iceborne, and it was just constant battle, 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 battle. Can we win? I'd go through like a month hoping I could beat one monster because this monster keeps kicking my ass. And then the devs came out and said, "We're going to bring down the difficulty of Monster Hunter World. We're going to bring this down so people can power through it and go to Iceborne. And not only are we going to bring down the difficulty, but we're going to give you guys some armor, too, to round it all out. So, down difficulty and stronger armor." And Monster Hunter went from being a Sekiro hard game to, I can beat this Nergigante with shit armor and an okay weapon. And that is not cool. Change it back. For the love of God, change it back. And then the new Monster Hunter game came out. Rise. That's what it's called. Monster Hunter Rise. Guys, look. When you play Monster Hunter with me, especially. Aha, you're here. God, that guy. I'm here. I am over here. Come here and speak to me. Yeah, that was the. I don't. The. God, I. Oh, that guy annoyed me. It was. If you play Monster Hunter with me, I am an insect glaive fighter. I will be the one in your team that will get on the monster's back and bring him down for you. so it'll be easier for you to break parts off and cut off its tail. That is my role in the team, is to bring down the monster so we can cut off pieces. When you take away my only role in Rise, I am going to haunt your dreams. That is not cool. That is the only job of an insect glaver, is to bring down the monsters. You cannot take my job from me. Wait, what? Why am I waiting? I'm sorry if I keep sniffling. I really do have a head cold. My nose is all stuffy. Why am I waiting? What about Rise? I'm complaining about Rise. I'm confused. You've confused me. You've lost me. I wish I could ban you. I really wish I could ban you. No! No! You shut your mouth! You shut your mouth! Shut your mouth! It is not like a harem! It is not a harem! Oh, actually, you do have the hot twins in Rise. Also, Naruto is not a harem. I may not have watched all of Naruto, mostly because I got sick and tired of your Sasuke! But it's not harem. I loved the concept of Rise where you could run around together in your hub. That was really cool. That was actually really cool. That was an awesome concept to do that. But oh my god, it's you're taking away really good elements, and oh my, do not get me started on the whole stampede thing. You cannot give me vague instructions and hope I understand what the hell you're talking about. Now, I played Rise when it first came out, which means it was buggy. Of course it was buggy, because games are buggies now. Like, buggy. So for all I know, is that when we played it, it was fine. It was not fine. It was not fine. I hated the whole stampede thing. Oh god, I hated the stampede thing. Okay. I'm gonna move to one more game that I won't bitch about before I call it a night. Because I've been sitting in this hot springs for almost 3 hours and I'm feeling faint. Whee. Halo! I'm gonna bitch about Halo. I love Halo. Oh my god. I love Halo. You know what's funny is I actually have a huge list. I got like Fee and Nier and Halo and Final Fantasy and Minecraft. I got all these things on my list. But I'm gonna end it on Halo. Cause yeah. By the way, for all you to know, I will be playing Nier in January as a celebration of the fact that the anime came out. So yeah. Moving on to Halo. We don't want to talk about 9S as short booty shorts. I love Halo. I have come to realize that with people, you are either a Call of Duty fan or you are a Halo fan. I'm not a fan of being a person who shoots other humans, but shooting aliens, I'm okay with that. That and, well, let's face it, I've got the hots for the Arbiter. I do. I will admit that. Don't judge. I hear you judging. I hear you judging. Stop judging me. I have played Halos 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I mean, I'm the sniper of the group. I can take almost any gun and use it as a sniper as long as it's got a scope. And I love sniping. Like I said earlier, if I have to shoot you more than once in the head to kill you, you have failed. That is why I don't like zombie games. Just because you don't have brains doesn't mean I can't blow your head off. Aliens, I get. Some of them have armor on over their heads, and maybe you need more than one shot to the head. But, like, Oh my god, it's such a fun game. But where Halo has its shortcomings is the fact that you are telling me to understand the full part of the storyline. I need to read your freaking books. What? What? I have to read your books to understand why Master Chief is floating around in the abyss of space, or who these random people are in Halo 5. Do not get me started how much I cannot stand Halo 5. Oh my god, Halo 5 makes no freaking sense, and Cortana should have been made into a human woman so her and John could have a shit ton of babies. Because Cortana was a hot chick throughout the entire game, and you refused to show us if John was hot or not. His voice was sexy as hell. I would like to believe that he's hot, just like how I believed that Darth Vader was sexy before he took his helmet off. So maybe John needs to keep his helmet on. But it was just like, I don't want to read your books to understand what's going on in this world. I don't want to read the Halo big book of lore to understand what happened with the Hunter Wars, or why the elites now serve wrinkly old dudes who don't know how to manage an entire covenant. And I don't want to read your books to understand how Halo Infinite actually deals with the entire storyline, because Halo Infinite doesn't make freaking sense at all. And let's not forget the fact that they got rid of couch co-op. After 1, 2, 3, and 4 games of couch co-op, you decide to get rid of couch co-op because you think, you assume that nobody plays Halo for the storyline. Everybody knows you play Halo for Cortana. That is why you play Halo. You play Halo for Cortana, and you do it for the one captain dude who knows what the ladies like. So, yeah. I did not, Cortana does not have boing. Cortana is very, very well endowed, and she got a body that women would crave to have, and men just crave. Cortana is the reason why we don't have holographic women, because women cannot compete with that. But I played about an hour of Halo Infinite and stopped. I would rather do co-op with it, just because if you are a sniper, you need to have backup. You have to. If you're trying to snipe somebody in the head, you can't do that while everybody else is attacking you. I need somebody else to play with me. I'm not that good of a gamer. I'm fine when I'm off on the side aiming to shoot somebody, but not when I'm being attacked by a horde of covenants. And the elites would not be under the thumb of brutes. Arbiter fought too hard to be under the thumb of brutes. And once more, to understand why the brutes took over, you gotta read the book. No, I'm not reading a book. I mean, I love to read. I do love to read. But I'm not gonna read Halo books. They're very, very... yeah. Except for Yap Yap. Poor Yap Yap. R.I.P. Yap Yap. But bring back couch co-op. Just bring back co-op. I had read an article, I don't remember how long ago, that they weren't doing co-op at all because apparently they believe that Halo is just, people don't play it for the storyline, that people play it for the PvP. Well, maybe not everybody likes to play PvP. The only way I'm going to watch Halo PvP if it's in red versus blue. And that's the only time I'm going to watch that. So, okay. So that is Halo. And that is my rant and rave about Halo. So, Well, we are out of time for today. So I wanted to give some thanks before I sign off for today. Thank you, Amaranth, my manager, for your cable and internet and, you know, cable and internet. And for the entertainment and for riling me up. Thank you, Madam President. She is the one who does a lot of my clips. So thank you very much for that. Thank you, Helena, for the Suki artwork that I show at the front of my page as well as the back of my stream. You can find her at Lightning Bug Cosplay on Instagram. And yeah, that's all I can think of. So thank you all for joining me for Suki's for the hot spring episode you didn't ask for, but I sure as hell made you sit through all that. So you guys have a great night. Before I forget, tomorrow I will be streaming at 6 p.m. Hollow Knight for the next 2 days. I will not be on Thanksgiving Day. I have to host family and I will not have time to stream. So I have seven. Oh my god, I can't count. I have 8 brothers. And oh my god, I do not have 8 brothers. I am. God, I can't think. I can't math. I can't math today. I have 6 brothers, all who are happily coming over and expect me to cook all their fat asses. So, yay, that'll be fun. So I will not be streaming on Friday, but I will be back on Friday at 6 p.m. I'm not sure what I'm going to play. I'm going to see how y'all think of Hollow Knight. I might continue playing Hollow Knight, or I've been kind of back and forth of playing a horror game. If you guys have any opinions, thoughts, or anything like that, let me know. So thank you, Any Drip, for your follow today. That is awesome. And thank you, Amaranth, for all your wonderful, aggravating content. You can find Amaranth on fanfiction.net. I'm not going to tell you what he writes. It's just about boobs. I'm joking. It's a great story. But we'll talk about that later. So, all right. Well, you guys have a great night.